Happy Saturday, everybody. My name is Tyler. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. I have been on a reading journey over the last 2.5 years. I went from somebody who read pretty much zero fiction books to someone who's now read 40 fiction books over the last 2.5 years. And I have just grown to love one, reading, two, exploring new stories and new places, and then three, getting to talk about it with people. I'm thankful that I have some friends in my personal life that I can talk to about books, but the book community is so much bigger than just a few people. And I've just felt like I want to start a channel to talk about books and to be an encouragement to other people that maybe were like me, that were intimidated by the idea of reading or intimidated by big chunky books or felt like they didn't have enough time in their day to pick up a book. That honestly is where I was in 2023. I would have told you I had no time in my day to read. I had kids, I have a job, I have a busy schedule, I have hobbies and interests. I do not have time to read. I don't know how people find time to read. But then I realized that a lot of my day was spent sitting in front of the TV and sitting on my phone and engaging in content in that way, but then being frustrated that I still hadn't read, I still hadn't picked up a book. And so the book that drew me in, that finally got me hooked, was actually the first one that I attempted, that I tried to pick up. And it was because I was already interested in the story. It was Frank Herbert's Dune. I had seen the movie that had just recently come out, and I was amazed by the storytelling, and I wanted to know how it finished. I couldn't wait for the next movie to come out. And I remember telling my wife, like, I can't wait to know what happens. And I was like, wait a second. There's a book. This is based off of a book. And so I went to our library, picked up the book. Instantly it was like, wow, this is a lot of pages. This is a big book. But I was just so invested into the story that I really wanted to know what was going to happen. And I just had never read a book like Dune before. I could not believe the storytelling, the setting, and how everything was playing out. The fact that the main character, Lisan Al-Gaib, is not a good guy. Like, he's a bad dude. And so reading and also having the narrator tell us hundreds of pages before things were going to unfold what was going to happen, and almost that all of these other characters knew the cosmic story and game that was taking place far beyond just Dune. And so I was just enthralled. I couldn't believe it. It is still one of my favorite books. I'm so glad I picked it up. But I needed that first book to draw me in. And so my encouragement to you is, if you are a person who has struggled with reading fiction or just hasn't picked up a book since you were a kid, when maybe you read Harry Potter or The Hobbit or Narnia or one of those, my encouragement to you is to look and see what is something that is interesting to you. Maybe you're excited about the new Project Hail Mary movie coming out, and it's like, pick up the book. Maybe you loved The Martian and you want to pick up that book. Maybe you love Lord of the Rings. Pick up Tolkien's work. There's all these different interests out there. And so my encouragement to you is to just pick up a book. Carve out time. For me, I had to put my phone away. I had to quit turning the TV on when the kids went to bed. And I started picking up a book. And that started this journey for me of reading and falling in love with reading. And so on this channel, what my hope is that this can just be a place for us to talk about books and to read along together, to give encouragement to each other in our reading, and also to recommend books. And so I'm going to try to post every Saturday, either with updates on what I'm reading or covering different topics of maybe books I've read in the past. But I'm already working on my first book for next week's book review, and it's going to be Operation Bounce House by Matt Dinniman. I'm really excited. I just started it last night, and I've read 6 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl books, and so I am interested to see how this will be different than Dungeon Crawler Carl, but also to see a lot of the similarities that Matt uses in here. And so come back next week to find out my thoughts on Operation Bounce House. While you're here, if you want to like the video, subscribe, that would be amazing. And let me know in the comments, what is the book that started your book journey? What is the book that drew you in? Maybe the book that you keep coming back to that helped you fall in love with reading.